guys, Coach Jazz. Today we're going to go over some jumps and leap stuff that you can do at home. Please make sure you have plenty of space and make sure it's an area where you'd be allowed to jump if you are allowed. If you have a beam and you want to symbolize your beam as my white line behind me, then you may certainly do that. If you don't, that's just a piece of tape. Put it across the floor. Works just as good. Alright, so anyway, getting started with jumps, okay? And make sure you stretch out before you do any of these because we don't want anybody pulling any muscles or anything like that. So see the stretching video, get a good stretch, and then join us for jumps and leaps. So first we're going to go ahead and just start by holding our positions on the floor. Okay, so we're going to go through a couple different positions. We're going to start in a tuck shape. So our feet are going to be pointed against the floor, as you can see. My feet is kind of in a rounded shape. Tippy toes on the floor. Knees are together, okay? They're not spread apart like this, okay? And you're not just slouching, okay? So what you should be sitting up nice and tall with that nice flat back. Knees in, as close as you can get them to your belly, together, and toes pointed. And arms up by your ears, trying to stretch open those shoulders. So from the side, it would look something like this. And you're going to hold that for 10 seconds. Okay, really trying to hold that tuck shape. After 10 seconds, go ahead and go into a pike. So straighten your legs. Make sure they're nice and squeezed so that you can see muscles. Okay, and pointed toes like they're going down to the floor. Stretch up super tall. And for this one, we are just going to do a pike stretch. Because in the air, they should be upside. They should be the pike position. And then open to land. So holding that for 10 seconds, as far as you can go. Objective is to try to get your chest on your legs. Then we're going to go into a wolf jump shape. So we're going to take our dominant leg and leave it out in front. We're going to take that non-dominant leg, put it under our bottoms, and sit on it. Okay? And then we're going to squeeze that front leg so it actually lifts up off the floor. Okay, and our knees are still together, just like they were in the tuck. So it looks like that. Shouldn't be like this or hanging out down here. And again, you don't want to be slouching during any of these. So make sure you squeeze those legs, sit up nice and tall, and then for wolf jumps, our arms normally go out in front. Okay, and you're just going to hold that shape. Okay? And then after that, you can go ahead and go into your split. So just keep your dominant leg in front and go ahead and slide into your split. And again, chest up nice and tall. Back knee under as much as you can. Straighten the hips and press. Okay, and holding that for 10 seconds. And then go ahead and go to your straddle. So sit in the biggest straddle you can with your knees facing up to the ceiling. Pointed toes, squeeze legs. Chest up tall and arms out to the side for 10 seconds. All right. And going through those about 3 times, 10 seconds each, really going to get you to find that shape in the air. So now we're going to go ahead and get our ankles warmed up a little bit. So we're going to start with some demi-plies. We're going to start for floor. So we want to keep our feet side by side when we do these for now. Okay, we will do them multiple different ways. So starting with our feet together, ankles together. Starting standing up nice and tall with that good posture. We're going to go ahead and push up to a releve position where we're up on our toes. Okay, and our ankles aren't sickling out. Okay, they're up nice and tall. And we're just going to bend our knees, lower our feet a little bit. We don't want our heels touching the ground. Okay, you want to be more up on the balls of your feet. Okay. And then you're going to stand and push back up through that releve. Again, trying to make sure those ankles aren't going out on you. So from the side, feet are together. You go down and back up. Down and back up. Really feeling that push up through your toes and keeping that chest right over top of your body the entire time. Okay, it's going to work on some shapes. Then you're going to go ahead and do a lock position from beam. So you can start with your dominant leg in front. Okay, because that's how most of your jumps will be done. But put your dominant leg in front, up in that high lock. Again, everything's squeezing. Drop down and back up. Drop down and back up. After 10, go ahead and switch your leg. So now we're doing it on the other leg. Okay? And then the last thing we're going to do is for floor and beam, is for some of our twisty jumps. As we know in level 4 and 5, they do half turns and full turns in their jumps. So a little bit of something for them, and the bigger kids, obviously, you're doing way bigger things with turning. So when you are going to start this at first, I say do it the floor way. Start with your feet together, finding that lock position. And what we're going to do is, instead of starting with our arms up, we're going to start with our dominant arm in front and our opposite arm to the side. And we're going to demi and then pull straight up and twist just a tiny bit and twist. So I'm a lefty, okay, so my right arm is, or my left arm is in front, and I'm going to be going towards the left. If I'm a righty, opposite. Okay, the objective is to make sure you're pulling up straight as you're starting to twist a little bit. Getting nice control through that belly, making it nice and tight. So after you did 10 on, let's do 10 on each side, even if it's not your dominant side. And then after you did 10 of those, you can go ahead and repeat that in the lock position for beam. So when you're in that lock position, arms here, we bend and lift. And you can do 10 again on each side. Alright, and then after that, we're going to go into some bunny hops. We're going to get those ankles now really moving and get some jump in there. So the first thing I'm going to have you do is just feet together, just do 10 bunny hops. Okay, you can make them travel a little bit if you have enough space. If not, just do them in place. And you're trying to make sure that your knees stay straight and that you're just pushing through your toes. Okay, and you can do 10 of those. Okay, and you're doing that with feet together. All right, then you're going to go ahead and do it just like we would for beam. One foot behind the other and bunny hop. After 10 on that leg, go ahead and switch over to your other leg and do 10 bunny hops. Then you're going to find your beam or your line, okay? And you're going to do bunny hops side to side on your side to side or over your beam. So feet are going to be together, and you're going to go bunny hop, bunny hop, bunny hop, bunny hop, bunny hop, bunny hop. Okay? And you can equal that out to 10 if you're traveling them. Okay? If you're staying in one spot, just count 5 on each side. Okay? And that should get our ankles a little more warmed up, getting ready to jump. So then all that's left is actually jumping. So here's where you're going to need plenty of room and nothing around you, so be safe. But we're going to go ahead and start with our jumps. So whatever we do on the floor, we're then going to transfer over to the line or your beam in the beam position after the floor. So we're going to start with just 3 straight jumps, and they have to be single straight jumps. So you're just going to jump up and land. Jump up and land. If you want to land with arms up, it will really help keep the chest up. If you want to bring your arms down, that's fine. Just make sure your chest is staying nice and tall the entire time. So after you did 3 singles, okay, no connection, then you're going to go ahead and do 3 in a row. So again, I'm starting on the floor position, my feet are together, and I'm going to jump down, jump down, jump down. Okay, trying to remain in that nice pull up position with the chest up. Your focus should actually be in front of you as well. You shouldn't be staring down at your legs. Okay? So after you did that, then you come to the beam or the line. And you do the same thing. 3 straight jumps. Just nice single straight jumps. And then go ahead and put them together. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Trying to stay on your line or beam the entire time. Also working on some balance. So then, after you've done straight jumps, you then go to tuck jumps. Same thing. Starting on the floor. A single tuck jump. Okay? Then 3 tuck jumps in a row. Up, up, up. And then you can go ahead and repeat that on the beat. Tuck, 3 times, singles, and then 3 in a row. Then go ahead to the next shape. Let's say wolf jump is the next shape. So then you do 3 wolf jumps on the floor. Nice and single. Okay, my chest was a little forward there, I can't forward. Try and make sure that chest is tall. After you've done 3 singles and 3 in a row with your floor feet, go ahead to your beam. And do 3 singles and 3 in a row. Then after that, go ahead and go to your split. So level 3s have this in their floor routine, and everybody has it in their beam routine for 4s and 5s, and even my bigger kids. So split jumps are super important. So then do 3 on the floor, just nice and single split jumps. Okay? Then do 3 in a row. Repeat it on the beam. 3 singles and 3 in a row. Then move on to your straddle. Doing a straddle land. Straddle land. Okay, and then 3 in a row. Straddle, straddle, straddle. Land. Repeat it then on the beam. Same thing. Come back, and then you're last going to do a pike. Coming straight out in front. Try your best. This one is very hard. So if you're not getting all the way to that pike shape right now, don't be too concerned. Just try to keep the right body positions as we do a pike. After you've done 3 singles and 3 in a row, go ahead and move it to the beam. 3 singles and 3 in a row. And then the last thing we're going to do is go over Sassones. So a lot of you have this in your floor routine now. Some of you do it in your beam routines. So with a Sassone, it's like a split jump, but we're a little more angled. We're not completely straight out. We're a little like this. Okay? And they should travel forward just a teensy bit. But when you go to do this jump, make sure that your front leg is getting to about a 45-degree angle. And the back leg is coming up. Now, compulsories, I would require landing in an arabesque position, because they do that in level 5 beam. So if compulsory kids can get used to landing in an arabesque position, my optional kids, if you want to step through, because that's what you do in your routine, go for it. And you should do 3 of all of that. And you can do that 5 times if you want. Okay? Start off slow, increase your numbers as you get better. Then we're going to move on to our leaps. So our leaps, what we're going to start with is a little bit of both. Floor and beam. So we are going to start on the floor. And the first thing we are going to start with is our standing kicks. So we're going to do them on the floor first. And our arms are going to be out to the side, and we're going to do 10 to the front and 10 to the back, trying to keep that hip down. Okay, and then repeat on the other side. So some of you do switch leg leaps, so you need to be able to work both sides of your legs. After you do them on the floor, 10 of all, front, back, repeat it on the beam or on your line. 10 to the front, 10 to the back, 10 to the front, 10 to the back. I also require doing leg swings. So as you stand on each leg, swing your leg. Okay? And you can do 10 on each side. Then switch it. And then again, repeat it on the beam. Okay? 10s on each side. Then we're going to go and do our arabesque bounces. So you're going to start on the floor, and you're just going to arabesque through here. Step, kick with your good leg, put your good leg down, and bounce 3 times. Trying to squeeze that leg and hold it nice and tight so there's no bending at all. And you can do this 10 times. Start an arabesque, step through with your non-dominant leg, kick your dominant leg, put it down, and hop 3 times. Trying to keep this shape. After you've done 10 on the floor, Go ahead and do 10 on the beam. Same way, or the line. And then go ahead and repeat it on the other side. Okay, do both sides. 10 of each. So yes, that'll equal 40 altogether by the time you're done. Then you're going to go ahead and do front bounces. So you're going to stick that dominant leg out in front, and you're going to bounce 10 times. And then repeat it on the other side 10 times. Then on the line, same thing. Dominant leg out, jumping 10 times, switch, jumping 10 times. And then here's that place where you can get one of those things that you need for your back leg. And you can start on the floor, putting your foot up onto that object. Making sure your front foot is nice and turned out. Back knee is under. You're going to bend, lift, bend, lift. Notice how my chest is not dropping. Okay, we want to keep that chest nice and tall. 10 on this leg, 10 on the other leg. Then you're going to turn around and put your good leg up on there. And you're going to bend, up, lift. Demi, up, lift. And repeat that on each side 10 times. And then we're going to go ahead and do something to help connections with our leaps and jumps together. So we're going to start on the floor, feet side by side. And the first thing you're going to do is an arabesque. And you're going to pull side by side and stretch up tall through your releve. 10 times. Together, up tall. Together, up tall. And again, you can do this on each side. Okay, making sure those feet are coming back together. After you did 10 on each side with feet together, go ahead and take it to your beam. Knew that was coming. So, you can go ahead and arabesque, down, up. Making sure you're in that locked position and not the feet side by side. Alright, well, I hope that helps you with your leaps and jumps at home. And I hope to see you guys soon. Stay safe.